Wait, what? You didn't think I just do earbuds and headphones and camera gear, did you? Oh, on the contrary. Hey guys, welcome back to my reviews, and yes, today is going to be an exciting review because I get to show off my new phone. And guess what? I did not get it sent out to me. I am by no means sponsored or endorsed through Samsung. I merely go out, pick out my phone, and buy it myself. Wait a minute, no I didn't. Actually, I didn't go and get it anywhere. I called my provider over the phone, and it was a quick bada boom, bada bing, and they sent it out to me. I got this Tuesday, so I was able to dress it up, make it look good for you guys, and definitely give you a hands-on review of more of a consumer rather than a big wig YouTuber that gets these phones sent out to them. You know who I'm talking about. All right, with all that being said, I'm sure there's going to be some new viewers hitting the channel today, seeing that we're talking about phones rather than earbuds or headphones or even camera gear like I usually do. So please allow me to introduce myself. My name is Brandon No D, and I love to do those tech reviews, camera gear, vlogs, and all kinds of techie stuff. So if any of that seems to spark your interest, I encourage you, no, actually, I dare you, hit my subscribe button, hit the bell, hit all, and I will be sure to promise you good, honest reviews. Oh, and before we get started, Samsung, if you happen to stumble across my video, I'm not endorsed. I'm sorry, this video is probably going to be all over the place today because I'm just kind of whipping it together and sneaking it in because I do have other companies that are relying on me for their reviews. So, shh. Sorry guys, I get long-winded on some of my reviews. I don't know, I get all excited and I want to tell you everything that I have. Let's not stray away too far from what the review is today, and that is the new Samsung Galaxy S21 Ultra. I know a lot of you guys are probably saying, geez, they just came out with the S20 line. Now they got a S21 lineup. It's like, you guys gonna slow down? I don't think so. But anyhow, the new S21 Ultra happens to be dropping just in time for my upgrade, which was the S10 Plus. And the incentives on these are absolutely crazy, guys. Right now, it was a no-brainer for me to swap out my phone. Now, I know I had it for 2 years, but I really liked the S10 Plus. It was working fine for me. I really didn't need an upgrade. But getting a phone like this and the incentives that they're throwing out there, I think they gave me $800 trade-in value for my phone. Obviously, it was in good condition, nothing wrong with the glass or anything like that. $800, and then they break out the payments. You know how the payments go with providers. And anyway, long story short, I'm actually paying a lot less for this phone than I was for my S10. And I know a few of you are going to say, well, wait a minute, Brandon, you wouldn't be paying anything because your phone was up and you don't have a payment. So you're really paying more than you should have. Granted, I rent phones all day long. I like to upgrade in 2 years. That's what I like to do. I like to get the latest and greatest. So I did. And the way I'm going to look at it is I'm paying a lot less than I was for my S10 Plus. So there. All right, let's hit the Skycam and take a look and see what's in the box. Okay. Right off the bat, you guys are going to notice that the box is a lot slimmer than the S10 Plus. Let's bring that up in here. Yeah. So big difference from thickness to the 21 Ultra versus the S10 Plus. Why is that, you may ask? Well, they're trying to be environmentally cool and save the environment by using less material. However, when you make a smaller box, we're unable to fit the charging brick in there. I'm sorry, what did you say, Apple? Yes, this is going to be the problem. A lot of you guys are going to be upset, and I'm going to address this right off the bat. Why? Because I can. All right. Number one, you're not going to get a charging brick in the box. Number two, you are not going to get the 3.5mm jack to plug in a headset. And number three, worst of all, you are not going to be able to use your micro SD card in these anymore. So guess what? We've just become Sam-applicable, if that's even a word. Yeah, we're talking, they're following in Apple's footsteps. So I'm sure Apple is pretty excited about this news because they're like, oh, finally, we can compete. And I know all you Apple guys are going to get mad at me, but whatever. All right, let's go back to what we were talking about. So actually in the 21 lineup, they're going to be selling these as packages like Apple does. You can get a 128 gig, you can get a 256 gig, or on the 21 Ultra, you can get a 512 gigabyte, which, yes, folks, that's what I had to be forced to buy because I am no longer able to use my mini SD card. So there you have it. The jack, that kind of bugs me, but you can use a dongle just like you can on an Apple phone and put a wired headset in if you want, or wired mic if you want to use it as a camera, what have you. But the mini SD card really kicks my ass, folks. I'm sorry. That really bothers me. I mean, why give it to us and then take it away? All right, enough rambling. That's going to be my biggest bitch of this video. That being said, this is a outstanding, phenomenal phone. Let's go ahead and take a look and show you right now. So actually, what does come in the box? You're going to get your USB Type-C charging cable, but again, no brick. So it's not a big deal. I mean, they do still support the wireless charging, and I have a couple of wireless Qi chargers around the house. So I just slap it on there and Bob's your uncle. So no big deal. And you're going to get some brochures, you know, like a little bit of paper. It's like, why do they even bother putting this in? You know what I'd rather have? I would have rather had the charging brick, and you could save the environment by not printing on paper. We could just look it up on Google. Just a thought. And guess what? That's it, folks. That's all that comes in the box. Besides yours truly, the phone. And here it is. Let me tell you, this baby is sweet. I mean, look at the cameras on this thing, guys. You are getting 4 cameras put on this. Now, when I first got this, I thought, I really don't care about the cameras that much because I have a beautiful Sony a7C looking down at this, and I have a beautiful a7S III looking at me. So I don't need a professional camera in my phone. I have professional cameras, but I am having so much fun with these cameras, with the zooms, with the magnitude of 10 times, 100 times zoom. I mean, we could go into all that, but we're not going to because this video would be way too long. And there's lots of videos out there right now giving you in-depth detail from those bigger YouTubers that we mentioned earlier. So, but just the design of this alone, I'm digging it. Check out the wraparound, how they did that. It is flawless. They wrapped it right around for the camera. How cool is that? I love the matte finish, but again, this is slippery, and we're going to go into what kind of case that I'm using right now for it in just a second. But flipping it around, the fingerprint is much better. They made it bigger, which is fantastic. And the zippiness of this thing, oh man, it is fast. Now, right now, I have all my settings to maximum, okay? That's what you're going to want to do when you get this phone. You are going to want to max out all the settings because you don't just buy a phone for all the capabilities and then reduce them all because you want to save battery. That's not why you buy an expensive phone. And by the way, if any of you guys dig the widgets that I have on these phones, the clocks and what have you, or if you have any questions whatsoever, don't hesitate. Drop me a comment down below and I will send you the link. I'll get you hooked up. No problem. With the 512 gigabyte model, you're getting 16 gigs of RAM. So you can definitely feel that when you're moving it around. So cameras look really good. And of course, my S10 was a 4G, and now we're sporting the 5G, and that is pretty zippy as well. As far as this phone compared to the S10, a couple more gripes. And oh, by the way, I apologize if my heat comes on. It is very cold here in Michigan today, and I want to get this video done and posted for you so you can see it. So yeah, we're not going to stop and wait for the heat to stop. We're just going to keep going, keep going. All right. A couple gripes that I have is it's kind of like a car when you have a gas tank on the one side and you get in your wife's car and her gas tank is on the other side. It's like, why don't they just put it all on one side? No, that wouldn't work either, because then everybody would fight for the line to be on that side. Okay, so I get that part. But that's where we're drawing a dilemma on this phone. I'm so used to having the Bixby button that I used to use for Spotify anyway, because it was programmable, and the volume rocker up and down. Now they've gotten rid of the Bixby button altogether, and the power button and volume rocker is all on one side. It's going to take some getting used to, folks. I'm telling you right now, it's taken me still a little bit to get used to, because I don't know if you're thinking about this, but when you go to flip your phone, I've always flipped my phone to the right. And my volume was always up here, so I could just hit it up here when I was watching YouTube or Netflix or whatever. So by doing that, I'm always down here now, and I'm like fiddling for the volume control, and I have to remind myself to flip it this way. And now the volume rocker is on top, and it makes it a lot easier for me. So again, it's going to be something, muscle memory that you're going to have to get used to. I just thought I would mention it so you guys are aware. I don't really see too many people complaining about that. But to me, it kind of bothers me. All right, what kind of cases do you want to get for this phone? I'm going to recommend you guys one and one only, because I have it today with us. But I also have what they call a later case, which is a slimmer case. I usually use those in the summertime, and in the wintertime, I use the OtterBox Commuter. And that's what we're going to talk about today. Unfortunately, I do not have the later case. It's still on order. I don't know, it's back order or whatever, but I ordered it way before I ordered the phone, and the phone showed up and no case. You want to protect this thing, so you want to get a case. So let's talk about the OtterBox Commuter. Here it is. Great, great case. I highly recommend it. I don't get the Defender. It's too bulky. I don't like my phones being huge and bulky. The Commuter has worked for me. I've had one on my S10 Plus, and now I am the proud owner of one for my S21 Ultra. All right, very easy to slap in. And the case is nice because it's actually got a little bit of a grip on the side here. All right, we'll just drop her in there, just like that. Boom, you're done. Now your rocker has become two buttons rather than one single button for up and down. I kind of like that because I can really feel for that. And then your power button as well on the side. And by the way, another recommendation, turn your phone into dark mode. That will definitely save battery, and it looks sweet, okay? Dark mode on everything. Whatever you can put dark mode on. Unfortunately, TikTok, you can't for Android users yet. You can for iPhone users, but not Android users. Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, all of them. Dark mode. Pretty cool. Trust me. There's lots of videos out here that are really detailed on the phone itself, and I know you're going to find them out there. This review is really just a basic, hey, check it out. Look what you can do. Why I've got it, things like that. Okay. So real quickly, I wanted to show you though. So when you press and hold the power button for the first time, it's going to wake Bixby. And a lot of people are like, I don't want to talk to Bixby. I don't want it to do Bixby. However, you can pull down the menu with two fingers, brings it up, bring it down, and you have the power button right here. Personally, I don't like turning my phone off that way. So let me show you real quickly how to change that. You're going to drop down, go into your settings, and you're going to scroll up, find advanced features, and it's going to be a side key. You click on the side key, and there you go. Wake Bixby when you press and hold. Now we're going to hit power off menu. Also, when you press the button twice, you can open an app as well, like the old Bixby button on the other side. And I have it actually set to quick launch my camera because you want that on the fly. But you can even put it on open an app, which is pretty cool. If you click on this, I put it on Spotify, double click, and voila, Spotify comes up. Real simple. But like I said, I like it to quick launch my camera, and that's what we're going to set it for today. You guys can set it for whatever you want. Double tap it, and it's going to open up your camera, and that's how I like it. Oh man, I get real thirsty when I talk a lot. For any of you that have stuck with me this long, I commend you. I love you from the bottom of my heart. I appreciate you guys bearing with me here. Let's wrap this video up, okay? I promise. We're gonna get there. We're gonna get there. As a matter of fact, it's, almost 4 o'clock. Right, I had to stop, go get some lunch, take my daughter, drop her off at her friend's. I mean, parent things, they always get in the way of a good YouTube review. I mean, come on. Anyway, all right, let's go ahead and show you guys the case real quick. It has a very nice cutout for the cameras. I really like the way they did that on the OtterBox Commuter. They got a nice flap, and they're not covering up the speaker. When you open up the flap, it keeps the dust out of your USB port. All the buttons are rubber, and all the buttons on the one side are rubber. So yeah, I'm really liking the case. And you know, to be honest, I'm sure you guys might be wondering, I know I was before I got the phone and watched a few reviews on it, is it really as big as they're making it out to be? And to answer that question, absolutely not. In fact, it's not really that much bigger than my S10 Plus. It's longer, however, but not as wide. They're the same width. So I thought it was going to be, oh boy, it's not going to fit in a cup holder now, and no, it's not going to go in my pocket, or I like to keep them in a pocket up here. In my one jacket, barely fit my S10 Plus, and I'm like, oh, that's never going to work. Well, guess what? Everything's fine, fits great, even with the OtterBox case on it. So very happy to know, very happy to let you know that it's really not as bulky and big as everybody's freaking out about. Okay? All right, and another thing I wanted to clear up for you guys right off the bat, because it took me a while to find it and I was really curious. Speaking of having the power button over here along with the volume rocker, how in the hell do we do a screenshot with holding the volume down and the power button? Well, guess what? You actually do hold the volume down and the power button, but it's all on one side. So let me show you. You almost have to use your other hand, hold down at the same time, and voila. Another muscle memory type thing to get used to, but it's not as bad. You can put your palm over it and it works just the same, but I was used to holding the power button. Or you know what else I found out? Check this out. Hey Google, take a screenshot.
Got it. Taking a screenshot.
I just learned that too. I must be old. Now, as far as camera goes on this flagship phone, that is something they are boasting all about, and I commend them for it because the camera is very impressive. You can do a lot of nice things with this, and the cool part is that even in the camera you can change your white balance and your ISO, and you can treat it just like a real professional camera. Although I have not played with these features yet, I've seen them done on other videos, and I'm quite impressed. So unfortunately, that will have to be another review, guys. I just simply don't have the time. Leave me some comments down below. Let me know what some of your questions are, and I will most certainly try to answer them as soon as possible. As far as recommending you guys this phone, absolutely. Of course I would. I am not obviously affiliated with Samsung. I buy all my Samsung products with my own hard-earned money. All I can say is check out the incentives. You might be very surprised that this phone might not be as much as you thought it was going to be in the long run. That's all I can say. There are so many more features that I would love to show you guys on this phone. But right now we're going to save that for another day. But for those of you that are new to my channel, I like to open fortune cookies, and we definitely have to have time for that. So without any further ado, let's open a fortune cookie. Oh, and by the way, I've got a new knife. You will be great success both in business and socially. Well, that would be very nice. Guys, don't forget to like and share the video, as it helps my channel grow, it helps me get out there, and it helps my subscriber count and views and all the above. It's a fantastic thing. And by the way, if you guys are not aware, I am giving away a free pair of earbuds worth $129.99, and I will post that video right here. Be sure to check that out and get yourself registered, because it will be drawn on the 24th of February. So there's not much more time left. And you guys know, new fortune cookies for the year. They taste so much better. I'll be seeing you guys in my next video.